Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Edwin. I am the Pretty Green Vinyl Guy, and I'm excited to announce that I've got the Vinyl Tag 2025 ready to go. So I've got the 20 questions. I hope I can do this justice. I hope you will allow me and entertain me to deliver the Vinyl Tag this year. I've got big shoes to fill, and let's get cracking. If you don't understand what the Vinyl Tag is, there's a million videos on YouTube. And basically, it's 20 questions where we get to know you and your musical tastes and what you're into a little bit better. So sit back, relax. I'm going to put the questions in the video below. Please tag me when you make a Vinyl Tag response, and let's get into it. So the first question is number one, your best purchase, new or used, that you made this year. For me, it's got to be Abbey Road. This is an original that I picked up in London. I was there in October. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. And to get a mint UK copy on the Apple label, super excited. So that would be my best purchase of 2024. Number two, 50 years later, a great album from 1974. Well, I got to go with my man, Van the Man, and this is Veed and Fleece. This is a fantastic album. It reminds me of Ireland. I'm from Belfast, and Streets of Arklow alone is worth having this album. Fantastic album, Van the Man, Veed and Fleece. Number three, an album that defines a genre. Well, I'm going to go with the Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks. This album, to me, is what punk rock is all about. Some might argue the Ramones, some might argue the Stooges, but for me, it's all about the Sex Pistols because it was about anarchy. It was about God Save the Queen. It was talking about songs about women having abortions. I mean, this album is amazing, stands the test of time. It defines the genre, never mind the bollocks. Number four, the best band from your home country. So this can be where you live, where you were born. I'm going with the Undertones. They were from a place called Derry in Northern Ireland. And for Teenage Kicks alone, which has got to be one of the greatest songs of all time, it's got to be the Undertones. Number five, an artist that you think about a lot who's passed. You know, one that really stuck with you, hit you hard. There's been a number for me, but absolutely, it's got to be David Bowie. I think about David Bowie a lot. He was a huge part of my childhood. I mimicked his style. I had the clothes, I had the haircuts. I just loved David Bowie. I'm glad I got to see him 2 or 3 times, and he's just dearly missed by me. So David Bowie. Number six, the best live album in your collection. Now this one's gonna get some controversy because this band is not well loved in the VC, but I'm going with U2, Under a Blood Red Sky. Recorded at the Red Rocks Canyon in Colorado, which is one of the greatest venues to record a live album because of the acoustics. But you know what? This is not a rebel song. This is Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Okay, I'm sad to say, but your partner's just dumped you. What album are you going to throw on the turntable? Well, for me, it's going to be Nick Drake, Pink Moon. Some singer-songwriter, some tears, some deep thoughts. I gotta go to where my heart is and put on a little Pink Moon. Number 8, the best sounding drums on an album in your collection. Well, for me, it's all about the Police. I'm a huge Stuart Copeland fan. I think this album's Zenyatta Mondatta. The drums on this are insane. Everything starting from Don't Stand So Close to Me. But that run of Driven to Tears, When the World is Running Down, You Make the Best of What's Still Around, and Canary in a Coal Mine. Man, this album rocks, and Stuart Copeland is a great drummer, and this is a great sounding drumming album. What are we on? Number 9, your favorite artist that's been in 2 or more bands. Could be solo, could be bands. I'm going to go with my man Tom York from Radiohead and his new group, The Smile. I never get tired of Radiohead. I never get tired of Tom York. Again, I know he's not a VC favorite all the time, but 2 killer bands putting out killer music over and over again. I've never heard a Radiohead or a Smile album that I didn't love, and that's the man. All right, the question that you're all waiting for. Question number 10. Beatles or Stones? Let's end the debate now, right now, on Vinyl Tag 2025. Well, it's got to be the Beatles, man. That's what I'm going with. And this is the ultimate Beatles album, Revolver. Okay, question 11. You found a bag of weed on the side of the road and you're going to go home and smoke it. What album are you going to put on? Well, I'm going to put on some Aphrodite's Child. The album is 666. If you're not familiar, this is Vangelis, the sort of the new age musician, famous for the Chariots of Fire theme song. But this was his group back in the day. And if for nothing else, you gotta have a vertigo swirl when you're gonna get stoned and listen to music. And that's what I'm going with. Check it out if you have never heard it before. It'll take you on a trip you've never been on. Number 12, an album from the 80s that you still listen to. Well, for me, it's gotta be The Smiths, The Queen is Dead. Oh man, did I love this album in the 80s, and oh man, do I love it now. I still listen to it. The Boys from Manchester, and just such a fantastic album. You know, Big Mouth Strikes Again, The Boy with a Thorn in His Side, The Queen is Dead, There's a Light That Never Goes Out, and Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others. The Queen is dead. And she is too. An artist whose political stance has soured you over the years. Well, for me, it's got to be Eric Clapton. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like about this man. He makes great music, but he's not a very nice guy. And that's my pick for the guy that soured me. Number 14, show your favorite record label. Well, mine's got to be the Two Tone label from Coventry. 78, 79, the Specials, the Selector, the English Beat, Madness, the Body Snatchers, all on that fabulous two-tone label. And what a label it was. I used to draw this in class, you know, in school when you were bored. Okay, question 15, a run of 3 great singles. Now, if you don't have 45, show an album with great singles on it. But I'm going to go with one of my favorite all-time bands from the UK, The Jam, starting with Start, That's Entertainment, and The Funeral Pyre. What a run, man. 3 great albums from just a fantastic power trio. The Jam never gets old, and they were a great singles band, so The Jam. How about a record store day purchase that you actually listen to? You know, we just had a record store day drop and people are showing these videos, and I often wonder, does anyone ever go back and listen to them other than that day when you got them? Well, for me, it's got to be this. It's got to be Pink Floyd, Record Store Day. This was The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, done in mono. It was beautifully done, and that's a keeper. Pink Floyd, my Record Store Day re-listen over and over again. Number 17. If you could be reincarnated as any musician, dead or alive, who would you pick? Well, I'm going to go with my man, Serge Gainsbourg. How cool was this guy? You know, he smoked 5 packs of cigarettes a day, and he still lived to 70. Not bad, eh? But this guy was just the epitome of cool. You know, dated Bridget Bardot, dated Jane Birkin. I mean, this guy was so cool. I love him. Just so influential. Another great album, if your girlfriend dumps you, by the way. Okay, the best 3 lines in a song's lyrics. So I'm going to go with The Who's Quadrophenia. And I've got them written down here so I don't have to rip through it. Only love can make it rain the way the beach is kissed by the sea. Oh. You name the song. Comments below. And an album you just never get tired of. Well, question 19, an album you never get tired of. It's got to be London Calling. Man, I love this record. It's so great. It is one of my all-time favorites. It's something I've owned on every kind of format, cassette, CD, vinyl, over and over again. I love this album. London Calling, Brand New Cadillac, Jimmy Jazz, Hateful, Ruby Can't Fail. It's just such a great side one of an album. There you go. An album I never tire of. The Clash's London Calling. And the final question, number 20, people. We're keeping this around 10 minutes today. We're going to do this. Share your favorite YouTube channel on the VC. Well, I've got two, and it's not a strange one or one that you're not going to know, but I got to go with John, 6-inch pianist 319, and Headley, another fat bearded man talking about records. I love their pub jukebox series that they do. I just love it. I think they're just such fun guys. They would do a great job exposing us to all different types of music. Keep it up, guys. So guys, that is Vinyl Tag 2025. Participate. I'll put the questions below. Tag the Pretty Green Vinyl guy, and we'll see ya on the flip side.